What's up everybody, Taylor with KC here, and today we are out with the brand new 2022 Toyota Tundra. So we're gonna do a trail test on this thing. We have a whole bunch of employees from KC out here, some on the more experienced side of the spectrum, some on the more novice side of the spectrum. So everyone's gonna get behind the driver's seat of this thing, just really see how it goes. The goal here is to figure out what needs to be done to this truck. I mean, there's already some stuff that we know we're gonna wanna do. We know we want to do tires, suspension, things like that, but really the goal is to figure out what areas of improvement this truck has and figure out what it's really good at from the factory floor. So, new Tundra, we're out here in California, Lytle Creek area, so we're gonna go try this thing out, see how it does. So we just really started like the actual off-roading portion of the trail, and it comes into this real undulated spot where it's really meant to test the suspension flex of the vehicle. And pretty immediately it was apparent that this doesn't have the ground clearance that the GX behind us has, Andy's has, and most off-road vehicles. So I think one of the first things that we're gonna have to do is like upgrade the suspension, get a little bit of a lift out of it, and then also bigger tires. Obviously more traction would help too, but it was screeching pretty loud as the rock rails kind of slid across some of the rocks and stuff on the trail, but they're really more the steps than sliders. So I think between suspension, tires, and then sliders, that's probably after that very first 10 seconds of the trail, those would be some of the first upgrades I think I'd do to this thing. But that GX behind us walked right through it, kind of embarrassed the Tundra. I mean, it's got 383 miles on it it's like 383 miles, it's brand new right now. So to take it and kind of get it on the trail within the first 500 miles is pretty rad. That kind of shows everybody what our intended use is gonna be for this vehicle. While everybody's moving on, and I try to keep up with the pace, but I don't know what's going on, and it feels like I'm running backwards all the time. It feels like I am. We really wanted to see how well this Tundra did. Obviously we wanted to try some things that were a little bit harder for it, but we didn't want to go through anything super crazy. So there was a big snowstorm just a couple weeks ago up here, so there's still a bunch of snow on the ground, as you can kind of tell in some of the shots. So I think we got as far up on this trail as we wanted to go, Andy. So I think really what we're gonna do now is kind of flip it around, go down the trail, go back to the main road out here, and then kind of figure out some other areas to explore, and just kind of go test it out. Overall, the truck is really handling really dang well. It's for sure a stock vehicle. This is the TRD Off-Road, the 4x4 and everything, so it has a rear locker, which we already put to use. That came in really handy on that little undulating section. I don't think without the rear locker, I think we would have been in trouble. So that's obviously come in handy. It's very much more plush than my vehicle. I've got a 2010 Tacoma, and like the brand new Tundra here is way more plush than what I'm used to. So it rides really nice from the factory on these bumps. It's actually pretty soft. So I think in higher speed stuff, it's not gonna fare quite as well because it's too soft almost for that environment. For this stuff, like normal forest trails and stuff, this thing's set up like perfectly for this kind of environment. So this is the spot where obviously it undulates quite a bit right here. And so the factory side rails on this thing were rubbing pretty significantly on the way up it. So Ron's driving it now. I just kind of wanted to get out and see how it does. From the outside, it sounded pretty bad on the inside. I kind of wanted to see. You're good, Ron. see what it was like from the outside. All right, stay this way. You're gonna climb up on the right. You're good. Stay driver. More driver. More driver. There you go. It's gonna do that side, but keep coming, driver. You're gonna climb in 6 inches. Yep. Stay right on that track there. Come straighten it out. Now a hair passenger. Passenger. It sounds way worse than it is. Okay, straight. Ooh, look at that flex. I mean, I'm sure these are going to be scraped up underneath, but
They're still there. They're still on.
yeah, they're on, and that's not bad. I mean, luckily there's nothing too crazy.
Just because they have a sharp edge.
Yeah, it sounds like just super,
Yeah, and it's
super crunchy.
I mean, they didn't
Like-
even roll that edge. It's sharp.
no, but it didn't even. It's not on the frame rail or anything, so
It's just on the step.
It's just literally on the factory step, which is gonna
Steps-
rip off either way.
Yeah, they suck.
So, yeah,
I think it's so smooth. It's incredible.
yeah. Oh, it feels great.
It is.
Yeah. Well, and that was in 4 low too, so obviously it's a little bit more controlled. But
What do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want? What do you want from me? I'm not a very good fighter, but I'm a pretty good runner, a sprinter. Do I have to tell you one more time? My way of life's been redefined, that's all for now. What do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want? What do you want from me? I'm not a very good liar. So I just set my goals higher. Do I have to state it one more time? I tell you I am doing fine, that's all for now.
How did you like the drive?
It was fun. I liked this. This
I
was
liked
good.
it too. It was smooth. It was quiet.
Even when I drove, I'm like, bang.
It was so smooth and it was so quiet, and it's amazing how the technology and the hybrid, and it's just amazing. I loved it. This is my first time off-roading, so I do feel nauseous, but regardless, the ride was so smooth. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I'm excited to get stuff done to it. Like it was a smooth ride, but it'll be a lot better when we get like the wheels, the suspension, all of that stuff. It'll be really fun. I'm excited for that. It's hard to compare, like, because I haven't taken the Tacoma off in a while, and then taking this, like, what's smoother and like what the different suspensions look like with it being stock and not being stock, and how the bumps are different.
Yeah, I mean, if this is stock, just imagine when it's all spruced up.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be awesome.
No, I liked it. It was good, and I like how spacious. Honestly, it's really spacious in the back, comfortable,
It's awesome.
cozy. You can chillax.
I love it. I love it.
It was good. And you got to drive.
I know. That was fun. That was
Learning.
fun. Yeah, it's a learning experience. I thought the control, like how the truck controls itself and what you need to do, it's kind of relaxing actually. Kind of, yeah, I loved it. So
And I think the best part is just being out, just in the open. It's so quiet and it's beautiful. We get to see snow, some water. It's beautiful. I mean, and that's the whole purpose of doing this, is to get out of our regular day-to-day and
it was fun.
be in nature.
It was a fun day.
It was good. We have to do it more. I think that was one thing today taught was we got to do it more as a company.
For sure. In this truck.
Yeah.
Let's go.